growing, you can avoid emergency situations like that just by being on top of it. If you're a woman who has fibroids that are steadily getting bigger and you're in your 20s and 30s, don't be surprised if you end up with a big, unexpected, heavy bleeding episode that ends up being a very inconvenient trip to the emergency room during your 40s. It's classic. It happens all the time. Save yourself the traumatic event. Plan ahead. Be careful in making sure you don't have a cavalier attitude about what fibroids are and what they can become and how they behave over time. This is their typical behavior. They are just being fibroids, doing what they always do. And if you know nothing about them, the whole event will come to you as a shock and a surprise and really kind of upset you way more than it will if you know what's going on and you know what to anticipate. So this is one of those things that it's a benign problem. It's not cancer. It's very common, but it sure is inconvenient if it catches you off guard at an inopportune time. Of course, I don't guess there is an opportune time for bleeding from fibroids, but that is the typical scenario. Many women discover they have them because of pelvic pressure. I mean, if you keep noticing that your belly gets bigger or you start feeling like there's pressure on your pelvic girdle, you might end up getting a diagnosis early enough to know that they're there. And there are all kinds of things you can do about them if you so choose. And what you can do about them are different things for different people depending on the situation. Because one of the things about treatments, especially surgical treatments, is that different people are eligible for different kinds of treatment. So your candidacy for different treatments depends on you and your medical history and your current situation and how much of an emergency is and it is and how what your other risks are. That is what medicine is all about. You always have to take into account all of these different factors in deciding how to go about managing anything. So fibroids is one of those really common things. And unfortunately, most women don't get the education about them early enough to know what to expect in the future. So I'm a believer in making sure you understand what something is and making sure you understand its potential for affecting you in certain ways. And so I do all kinds of consultations with women. And if you would like to have a consultation with me, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is go to my website, which is menopausetailor.me. You pick your time, you set up how much time you want, and you schedule it. And then I will send you an invitation to send me as much information about yourself as you wish. You can write pages and pages about yourself. You can send me previous labs or ultrasounds or data of any kind that you feel you'd like me to address. And I will go through all of that and I will create a document just for you. And that document will be long and detailed because my goal with that document will be to give you the background education you need to understand everything. And in addition to that background education, I will interpose all the information about you that you have sent me into that general information. Because, you know, the science is science. A fact is a fact. But how it pertains to you and how you might want to use it varies from person to person. So that's what a consultation is about. It's all about the tailoring. And sometimes women ask me questions on my YouTube channel that are so detailed and it's all about their personal stuff. But it's not like women are robots. I mean, I can't answer things that require a one-on-one consultation and all kinds of tailoring and factoring. So in a consultation, I will take all those facts. I will match all the facts to you. We will tailor everything. We'll fine-tune everything. Your opinion will matter greatly. It's probably the paramount thing that matters. And I help you make decisions that are best for you. I love the words for you. In fact, I tell women, when it comes to menopause, add the words "for me" to everything you say. So I always want you to know that everything that I teach you is about doing what's right for you. This is your menopause, your way, now and for the rest of your life. And the education I offer covers everything. I cover diet, lifestyle, vitamins, minerals, herbs, botanicals, hormonal medications, non-hormonal medications, acupuncture, hypnosis, you name it. I cover all of it. And the bottom line is that everything has pros and cons. Everything has advantages and disadvantages. Everything has some things that appeal to you and some things that won't appeal to you. That is the name of the game. And the key is to do the things that are more beneficial and least risky for you. For you. Because my risks are not the same as your risks. My preferences are not the same as your preferences. This is all about doing what's right for you. And no one else's opinion matters, but your opinion matters after you have an education. Because without an education, you can't form a great opinion. You can have your fears and your wishes and your desires and your this and that, but they may or may not be realistic. So the education gives you the basis for what's realistic, for what is possible. And with that, you have all kinds of power and all kinds of options. So I invite you to visit my website, which is menopausetailor.me. There you will find that you can buy my book. You can buy this whole education from beginning to end as a series of webinars and watch them at your convenience. You can buy that same education from beginning to end in a set of 2 DVDs. You can buy my book, which has this whole education from beginning to end. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, and I have a video that comes out every single week, and you can get the whole education that way. Now, granted, the videos, it's a slower education. It's 30 minutes a week or whatever. It takes a longer time to get the education, but if you're young, in your 20s or 30s or 40s or early in the transition, you may have time to watch them all. They're not all finished. The series goes on and on and on. It'll go on for years. So I haven't covered everything, but I do elaborate and I do make it so that you learn in a very visual way, and they're fun and they're playful. And if you want me to tailor everything to you, schedule a consultation. And if you have fibroids and you want to talk about your options for managing them, and you want to talk about how menopause affects your fibroids, I'm here for you and I can help you, and I love helping you. So please don't settle for thinking that there are no options, or that you are stuck, or that you don't have options available to you for your menopause. You have everything available to you. You just have to know how things play off of each other. So this is the name of the game. It's your menopause your way, and the key is to understand that everything has its ups and its downs and its pros and its cons. And I love, love, love helping you understand things. I love even more making sure that you know that you're doing the right thing for yourself. And I love it when you can make those decisions yourself and not feel like you had to count on someone else to do it for you. So this is Menopause Tailor. I will sign off for now. Please join my next podcast, because that one is going to be, can you take HRT if you have fibroids? So I'll be back then. Hope you're here too. Bye.